In the era of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Internet of Things, the war in the future are going to be very advanced as many countries are working on network of sensors, wearable devices, and IoT devices that uses cloud storage and edge computing to create a cohesive fighting force. When IoT meets the military, it becomes Internet of Battle of Things. With this, here comes our topic for presentation: variable system, defense algorithm, soldier as a system. These are the names of my team members. Now I, Harshit Agarwal, will introduce you with the topic. The wearable devices help soldiers in multiple ways. Their health condition can be monitored constantly, soldiers' location can be traced, information about enemy can be given, surrounding data can be sent to control room. All these things help soldier to perform better in the battle. These all things are made available to the soldier in the form of wearable devices. For the Air Force, wearable technology makes possible to automatically detect emergency situations during missions such as supersonic flights through smart clothes and continuously monitor the pilot's biometric information. In the case of Navy Force, augmented reality, virtual reality technology can reduce the cost of training in the real ocean for marine missions in a virtual marine environment.
This is Animesh Das, and now I'll be going through various literature surveys that we have done about this topic through this entire time period. Literature Survey 1. We have studied different types of wearable systems, especially devices that are available for soldiers, such as thin and flexible heaters in military clothing, biometric sensors for health monitoring systems, tracking devices, helmets, wearable tactical systems, etc. And while going through all those subjects, we have come across some amazing research papers such as Smart Army Jacket, Smart Textiles for Soldiers of the Future, wearable systems for monitoring health condition of soldiers. And now coming on to literature survey 2, we have not only focused on the devices that are being used, we have also studied the new technologies that are being implemented in defense sector especially. Some of those technologies are edge computing, Internet of Battlefield Things, and cloud based systems, wireless sensor networks, etc. And while going through all those topics, we have come across some research papers such as wearable computing for defense automation, non-obstructive sensing and wearable device using wireless sensor networks, and a few more. Literature Survey 3. We have also focused on the problems that the researchers must have gone through while implementing their design or their idea. Some of those are limited physiological data collection due to overall integration, form factor issues, power limitations, etc. Literature Survey 4. We have also got to know about some future perspective of these type of ongoing research in defense related services. These are basically based on introducing 5G networks, combination of nanomaterials and smart weapons which can be used against bioweapons, and devices are also expected to operate at higher bitrate and lower outage probabilities so that it can be used in smaller microcells and picocells, covering a broader areas than 4G network ever did.
The various sensors that we currently use in wearable systems are heart rate sensors, respiratory sensors, blood pressure sensors, pulse oximeter sensors, motion tracking sensors, etc. These sensors makes the life of a soldier easy by collecting data from the surroundings and providing them. There are many other sensors that can be used as wearable systems but not are currently used due to lack of proper technology and due to various constraints parameters such as bandwidth, power consumption, etc.
So far, we have seen all the sensors that are being used in defense applications. Now we will move on to some of the textile based equipment that are in use nowadays a lot, especially when it comes to defense or military related work. So there is this smart army jacket. The main aim of this is to provide safety for soldiers, like tracking the location of the soldier and environment around the soldier. These are basically integrated with antennas and sensors for monitoring the physiological characteristics of the soldier wearing it and thereby providing the critical body statuses at regular intervals. Active intelligent textile systems. These are basically integrated to electronics and have the capacity of improving the combat soldier's performance by sensing, adapting, and responding to a situational combat if need be. These includes modern helmet systems. So these are basically equipped with a flip down display on the helmet which allows the soldier to scan the surroundings in the darkness using thermal and night vision sensors which are connected to his weapon. This display also gives the soldier a view of a situational map that can pinpoint where both the friends and the enemy are located in real time. Universal Serial Bus and Wild West. So these are basically made by attaching the sensors into the material or be the fabric itself and could be located on the inside, middle or outside layer of the clothing system. Wearable computers. So these play an integral role when the soldier needs to communicate with the base station during a war. System voice control. So these are basically used by the base stations to give orders or commands to the soldiers during a war. These are highly accepted by the soldiers. They prefer it over manual command input. And some of the proofs are also this code a high command recognition rate even in the high noise environments. In environments with noise levels below 90 decibel, recognition rates were just above 95%, which is by far the highest achieved by any system.
Everyone, my name is Swapnil Srivastava. I would like to discuss about 60 GHz millimeter wave antenna. This device is currently being used by the United Kingdom Armed Forces. This device basically can be mounted on the head or the uniform of the soldiers during the counterinsurgency operations. It basically work on the MANET technology, that is mobile ad hoc networking technology. It is basically the connection of mobile devices which are interlinked with each other through wireless network. Since each mobile device in this technology is free, hence they can move in any direction and connect with each other frequently. So every node here, it has two tasks. It can work as host and as router also. And this device is also having the feature of multi-hopping routing algorithm. In this algorithm, if any device went out of the communication range, then other nodes can work as the bridge and they can bring back the device in the connection so that the connection between all the devices during the counterinsurgency operation can be established again. So it is a very advanced device and it cannot be easily detected by the enemy. So when we discuss about ultra wideband antenna, this device is a short range device. This is used for indoor covert military operation. This device basically works by sending a short signal pulses and we get a long bandwidth in case of this device. So this device is currently under research by the Ministry of Defense of United States of America, and the data range which can be received in this device varies up to 480 Mbps to 10 Mbps depending on the distance of the soldiers. So it is a very accurate and effective device and it cannot be easily detected by the enemy network. But currently it is not being implemented. The research work on it is going on. Command Control Communication and Intelligence means C3I. C3I is basically an information system which is employed within a military organization for any defense operations. This technique is basically used for decision making. There are multiple models for C3I. Some of them are Boyd's model, Lawson model, etc. So when the Internet of Battlefield things will combine with this C3I in the future, that is going to change the flow of decision making and the corresponding action taken regarding the C3I, because IOBT is able to reduce the uncertainty in decision making, and because in case of IOBT the device themselves will intelligently execute the process phase to make decisions. Hence it is going to change the complete method of decision making.
A 5G network is equipped to provide greater bandwidth capacity, increased throughput, improved reliability, while dramatically reduced latency. In the defense automation, the deployment of the 5G networks supports the mobile edge connectivity and the requirements of the Internet of Battle of Things, such as on device edge model training for making a critical decision on the battlefield, flexibility, and availability. Specifically, variable computing in defense automation classified according to the level of complexity and functional non-functional requirements. Now I am going to discuss the concerns raised in communication and cybersecurity while deploying the 5G networks in defense automation. In 5G network, the power levels and position of massive multiple inputs and multiple output base stations must be optimized to provide maximum user coverage on the battlefields and low power consumption of variable devices. In the 5G network, we can configure the multiplexing of independent virtualized logical network on the same physical network infrastructure using network slicing. In military organization, the network can be configured based on the category of variable computing devices on the battlefield. However, to offer differentiated quality of services, network may need to sense the type of services. This raises serious concerns about breaches of privacy and has serious consequences in defense automation. The modern warfighters should be provided with a portable, lightweight, intelligent equipment which saves them souls and help them in earning success in their missions. But the sharp increasing in the number of electronic devices and in the diversity of battery types, power and weight lead to the need for an efficient, small and portable energy source which can meet the various requirements of these devices. The energy harvesting means to collect small amount of energy from various sources and transduce it to an electrical energy. Piezoelectric is a kind of converters which are used to convert mechanical energy to electrical energy. The electrical charge is produced by piezoelectric transducers on its surface when an external force applied on it and causes a distortion or when it is affected by a mechanical stress. The model of the energy harvesting system embedded in Soldier's boot is made up of piezoelectric harvesters, converters and energy storage system. The piezoelectric harvesters, which must be in direct contact with the external force, which is the weight of the soldiers, when it is affected by a mechanical stress, the electric charge is generated.
So when we discuss about the softwares which are being used in defense wearable devices, there are multiple challenges in case of communication, database security, and network security. Because the data which is being maintained here is a very important data. It is because of the personal data of the soldiers, his heart rate, his location, his temperature, his GPS location, and all these important data which are being maintained and transferred from one place to another place. Hence, network security is a very important issue. A very strong network is required so that it cannot be detected by the enemy forces. The database management is a very important thing because the continuous data flow is happening in case of control room and the soldiers. So we need a very strong and a very big cloud storage and use of the Internet of Things also, so that the database management and network security and the communication of data flow can be maintained properly between the soldiers and the control room. Some of these softwares which are being used in the defense are Harris, Falcon, Econet, Silent Archer, Thales, Commander, and SAIC. So this is about the some of the challenges which are being faced in software in that wearable devices. In conclusion, I would like to mention that in this research paper, we discussed about the various sensors that are currently being used in the defense wearable systems. We also identified the issue and challenges raised during the deployment of wearable computing devices in the 5G network. We also discussed about the energy harvester, which is embedded in the soldier's boot so that he can get electrical power source, and it also helps in reducing the load of the soldier's luggage during missions. We also discussed about the 60 GHz millimeter wave technology and ultra wideband technology which is used in covert operations. We also discussed about the C3I technique, how it helps in decision making, and the convergence of the Internet of Battlefield Things and C3I in the future. We also discussed about the various challenges faced during the implementation of software in the wearable devices. We also discussed about WSN based method for sensing, which basically focus on the soldier's pulse rate, body temperature, oxygen level, and other data related to his body. We have also discussed about the active intelligence textile system, which helps in improving the compact soldier performance. We have also discussed about the smart army jacket, which basically provides safety to the soldiers, and multiple important data related to the soldiers can be obtained in the control room using that army jacket. So with this, I would like to end our presentation here. Thank you very much.